Hello, people. 1 second. Let me just go on my channel and check the audio. 1 second. One moment. Save the playlist. I forgot to do that yesterday. I always add save the playlist and let's check audio. Hello. I decided to start a little earlier. Hello.
Welcome.
See? And share. I'm sharing to Facebook. There is no. I meant to share to my Facebook newsfeed. What you want is to do some share to your social medias. Sadly, my social media, I'm only 100 friends strong. Yeah. News feed. Come on. I'm streaming on Minecraft again today. Working on my water canal. Post. Alright, cool visual effects shot. I did not intend to have the lightning attack at that moment. So, alright, now let's get back to it. I'm just gonna get... Now I'm just gonna get to work. Let me just make it daylight for you guys. I'm trying to save on the coal, so I'm not making any torches or anything. Just I don't have a lot of coal. I'm trying to save the coal I have. But it's good to have a few extra torches. Yeah, I'm just grabbing that bed and moving up. Getting to work on detailing. I'm wearing a different shirt. So, just, as you can see, just... It's smart that I decided to do it every 2 blocks. That way, like, you see, everything I build is even. They actually have to be at least 2 blocks apart. Like whatever is outside is going to be glass, but if it's facing a cliff or a hill, if it's facing a cliff or a hill, I'm going to put cobblestone and chiseled stone brick in the back. That way, it all looks good. Hey Jonah, how's it going? Welcome back. And of course, oops. This time I have my remote control. Just don't want it too loud, otherwise it's going to get annoying. So, the fun part is just working hard, making sure this looks good.
Hi.
AJ, welcome to the stream. And look at all this. I have to detail all this out. Like, whatever is facing outdoors will be glass. For this, I mean, as you can see the example right here. If it's facing a hill or something, I just put in the detail like this. And right now I have to start this and just figure out how to make this look good for the average viewer. Some people just don't like I mean, we'll only see this detail for a brief second, but since I'm the creator, I'm like this. If I can see it, I mean, if I can't see it, it's a problem. Like, just I've seen some, I mean, like, to the average viewer, I mean, they wouldn't see a problem, but I would. So, Jay, how's your day today? You sleep well? Happy thoughts?
I won't be able to chat a lot, but I'll still be in the stream.
Alright, alright. Thank you very much for telling me. Just right now, I'm just trying to, since, you know, building in survival means I actually have to, building in survival means that I cannot fly or anything, so I actually have to build in a certain way. Oh yeah, I do understand. When it's facing outward, like,
My day has been good. I woke up an hour ago.
that's good to know.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Just I was like this. Okay, alright. I'm gonna do a Minecraft stream. I do have to make you understand that one of my viewers earlier in yesterday's stream was asking me to do Demon Souls. I did Demon Souls a few weeks ago, but he wants me to do another Demon Souls stream, so I'll be doing that on Saturday if I'm available. And we got a couple of days left. Even though, I mean, I like Demon Souls, but sometimes I do need a break from a game I like. Mm-hmm. I'll be doing Demon Souls on Saturday, and of course, I like talking about games I know a lot about, so I'll give my opinions about the game as well when I'm playing it. Huh. As you can see, when it's facing, all of a sudden I have to make it 2 blocks wider. might actually have to do the same right here. So it actually matches.
How's it going?
Doing great. Doing very good. Just right now, just working hard on my canal. Just what I'm doing is I build a canal. This canal's destination is the mines to the south. I would show you a map, but I lost it in lava with all the nether brick I was getting. I lost my map, so I have to make a new one. So it's, I mean, but right now I want to focus on actually constructing all this. I'll just show you what I have in mind for the completion, because right now this is what I have in mind when it's in a tunnel. I'm going to be putting lanterns here soon. Oh, thanks for understanding. But as you can see, I got all this. This is when it's facing outdoors. The cobblestone you see right there is a placeholder. That's going to be another. Water canal. But right now, this is just the one I'm putting a lot of detail into, putting more work into. Just it's not easy. I mean, I build mostly by myself. This is my fourth survival server. I have other survival servers that one I put 2 years and 3 months into, and this is my first new server in 2 years. I focus a lot of time on one server. Alright. I've seen some people just change immediately to a new server when they get bored, but I stuck with my old server for 2 years, so I missed out on a lot of updates to the point where my server became out of date. But of course, I still intend to work on it because, you know, you don't want to throw 2 years and 3 months in the trash, right? When it's outdoors, it has. I mean,
What had happened to the one you worked on for so long?
I still have it on file. I still have it on file. I just placed it. I mean, I'm just temporarily working on this one. This is my late. I mean, this is my attempt to make new. The reason why I'm starting this new server is mainly so I can start learning new techniques. Every survival server, I learned something new. I learned something new. I learned a more. I mean, the first survival world I worked on, I learned how to prioritize sandstone very well, to the point where I made myself a sandcastle. And then the second server, I learned how to mass produce stone brick. Mass produce stone brick and use it on a grand scale. I like building huge structures that take months to complete. And then the third survival server, I focused a lot on oak logs, wood, cobblestone, all that.
You definitely have a lot of dedication.
Yeah, just I've been called crazy by some of my friends, but what they don't understand is I'm still trying to teach myself how to build in Minecraft. I mean, I'm trying to teach myself how to build in Minecraft, and sometimes I need a lot of time to do that. Time sometimes I don't have. And I'm using some of my old techniques for this canal. Old techniques, I like even builds. As you can see, look, they're always 2 blocks apart. I mean, even builds, they have to be even. Like, for example, When it's inside a tunnel, it's 6 blocks wide, so I can add the details I want. If I went for what I would determine to be the fast building method, I would have just left it undetailed. But I was like this. It's on YouTube. It has to be detailed. See, right now, I'm like, I have to make it look good for the average viewer on YouTube. So that means I'm a prisoner of details. Uh, but I like details. I've always liked details. When I was a kid, when I traveled from state to state, I would just look out the window and see the beauty of architecture as well as houses. So detail dominated my childhood.
I have been watching for like probably 4 years on and off.
Nice. Nice. It really depends.
It's
It
so
really
interesting to
depends.
see you still going.
Yeah. Despite despite the fact I haven't made a single dime off this channel, I'm doing it because I like it. I mean, some people will just give up immediately upon not achieving financial gain. But I was like this. I'm doing it for fun first. I never did it with the thought of being successful. You know, as in, uh, but I'm having fun doing it, and I'm like, maybe one day it will be successful and sell t-shirts of, and, but right now that's in the planning stage. But right now I'm just very thankful that I can just work on this. What do you think? Just I've been doing this since 2018. I mean, I mean, I started streaming for the first time in 2018. For a long time, I was always concerned about the quality of the streams. So, I mean, the quality of the streams, like for example, on the PS4 before I got my PS5, I could only do 360p. I couldn't do 720p. I was dumb. I was stupid. I didn't know that you needed a cord to do streams. Right now, I'm doing 720p on YouTube, but I have cords now. I have an Ethernet cord, so I'm able to do the details I want. I mean, my number one concern. I stopped doing streams for a year and just focused on videos, mainly because I was concerned about the quality of the streams. I was like, people are gonna click off if they see a flicker or a glitch out. But then I took a risk with Elden Ring a couple months ago. I
I
took a
used to
risk.
watch you a lot after school like years ago, probably in like 2019, and you definitely have always been entertaining to watch.
Thank you for that. You know, it's good to actually hear somebody actually praise me for my past work because it actually keeps me going. But I would actually get likes on the videos, but nobody would tell me if I did a good job or not. I'm like, sometimes I like a comment. Please tell me what I did wrong. Please tell me what I did wrong and what I did right. Because I want to learn, as I want to learn how to make better videos, better content. But sometimes I just don't get the comments I need to learn. That's just my honest gripe with that. But I do understand, not everybody has time to leave a comment, so I just continue. I gotta go get some more stone brick. But do I have some more in the chest boat? I have another brick. There should be.
You have definitely done so much hard work. I definitely envy you for having the dedication.
Alright. I'm just gonna say the early days, it wasn't very easy. A lot of people would look at my builds when they were only partially done, and say, just give up. Why are you wasting your time building in survival mode? Why? I'm like, and I said, it's a challenge. Like, you want to know? There are some games that actually inspired me to build this way. Like, for example, sorry, fire. Okay, but there are some games that actually inspired me to take the challenge of building in survival. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, for example. Those games required you to learn from your mistakes. Try again until you finally learned how to topple that boss or that obstacle. And I was like, if I play Dark Souls, if I play Minecraft like Dark Souls, I think I can find it more fun because when you're building in survival, you're basically at war with the land. In creative, the land is already conquered. In survival, you actually have to conquer the land and make it yours. And conquer the land and make it yours. And I'm pretty thankful I can keep working on this and just feel like I'm getting one step closer to victory. Sadly, probably he didn't understand and left.
If I remember correctly, I think you were building like an underground structure with a lot of pillars.
Correct. Correct. I was building that. Do you want to see my recent survival world? I can show you that quickly before I continue this. Let me just go there right now. I still have them. I also have files saved to the cloud just in case I lose them. Let me show you my recent server. The one I put 2 years and 3 months into. Okay, thank you for the reminder. Don't leave trees floating. This is 2 years and 3 years of my life, 3 months of my life. This server, and I do not regret every second I put into it. Let me just get to the spawn point. This is what a player who's never been on this server would see when they spawn in for the first time. Just some people, I did a lot of this server offline and only in video form for 2 years. I didn't have the, I did not have,
I'd love to see the progress made on it.
I'm sorry, I haven't touched the first Redseacraft world since December 27th of 2019. I started working on this server in December 27th, 2019. And the reason why was because I had to start all over because I wanted to try new techniques, but I knew it would conflict with the previous style. And I would have to rebuild everything to make it mesh with the previous style. But look, this is the spawn point. This is where this is where I first appeared. The spawn point is right here, where my cursor is. This is how big my world is. It's more detailed. Instead of me building foundations, what I did in the early days on the previous Redseacraft server, I actually put a lot of time into actually building structures. This is the server where I learned how to build structures. What do you think?
It is all really impressive. I remember that bridge being built.
Yeah. That bridge right there took 2 weeks to build. And now you see all this. One second, let me make it daylight so you can actually see it better. When I first started building this, all of this was nothing but wasteland. And as you can see, if I go in the water right here, I have a conduit right there so I could breathe underwater. I built all this. This is all recent. This is 2 months ago I built this. 2 months ago. I was like, I want details underwater. So we put conduit so I could breathe. And I built all this. See, this is one of the reasons why I switched to this server, because I wanted to learn how to do details. What do you think so far? Details. I use the logs as the foundation, and it just goes, I mean, and also, it actually applies to my nature. I like size. I like the size of building stuff. I like walking through something that's huge.
That's so crazy. The furthest I've gone in one of my survival works was like only 2 months.
Yeah, but I think I'll give you a little advice of how to actually keep yourself motivated in a survival server. Always have an inspiration. Like, I'll just tell you what I was listening to while I was working on this a lot. I would listen.
And even just focused on building, it barely got anywhere for me.
You gotta start somewhere, and here's, I mean, I'm gonna say this: build every building with a purpose in a survival world. Don't just build it for just don't build it for giggles. You build it with a purpose. Like, for example, I started a survival world. I need a workshop. I need a workshop to build everything I need for the rest of the server. The first thing I built was this building right here. This is the workshop. The workshop is where all materials are gathered so I can actually build in Minecraft. Like, without this workshop, nothing on the rest of the server could be built at the scale I needed in a timely fashion. Hello, Realtree Hunter 21. Welcome. I'm just explaining my motivation for working on this 2 year and 3 month server. And of course, always build a big smelter that's gravity fed. I go gravity fed 100%. There's no redstone components in this smelter right here. Um, I'm like this, no moving parts because that causes lag. And this server, you wouldn't believe the size of the file size for this. It's 953 megabytes. This is obsidian plated smelter right here. I put so much time into collecting obsidian, I was able to build a huge smelter that was blast proof, as in nobody could blow it up. And the first thing I built on the server in 2019, 2019, I had this completed by January. The greenhouse. The largest greenhouse I ever constructed. It is 72 blocks wide by 121 blocks long. What do you think? And this is when I was actually at a loss for resources at the time. I was poor. I couldn't afford to build huge stuff, but despite everything, I pushed and I put a lot of time into this. I hollowed out this entire room with pickaxe. I mean, I hollowed all this out with
That looks
pickaxes
really
and
good.
shovels, and it took 2 weeks to do so. I mean, It took 15 days to build this greenhouse. 15 days. From December 27th to January 10th. And I had it done just in time for the premiere. My first stream for this was on January 10th. I was like, I have to get this done for January 10th. I'm like, I have to actually have something cool to be. And unlike the other server where somebody else built the smelter for me, like I said before, I build my own smelters now. I felt like it was a failure for me to actually have somebody else build the smelter for me, so I figured out how to build one myself. Because I'm like, oh, I gotta learn. And of course, this is where all the materials go into. All the materials come out here to the point where I'm pretty good at building all this. All this is full of stone, all the way over here. This is where I was going to expand it so it would have more tiers. And if you look down if you come down here, the mines where I got most of my resources are down here. I don't usually build huge mines, but this was the server where I went nuts. I needed diamonds, I needed iron, I needed coal, and sadly there was no copper whatsoever down here. But, because this server came out before the copper was added. So, what do you think? This is all my work. I hollowed out this entire area myself. It's so big you can't even see the other end. And when people call me a fraud, I'm able to show them this and be like, you guys calling me a fraud and saying I can't build.
How did the Great Sickness affect your life?
Let's just say I'm very good at, I've always been good at mundane tasks. The more you do something, the better you get at it. The better you get at it. So I just kept practicing over and over. The more I became good at it. The more I became good at it, the more efficient I became. And then I figured out how to take out mountains with ease. What would have taken a month to take down a huge mountain, I could take it down in 2 weeks. So I was able to do it faster. And the details were important. Let me show you something I'm still working on, but not finished yet. It is the apartment complex. I worked on this mostly by, this I put a lot of time into. As you can see, the apartment complex. Like, 1,280 rooms. 280 rooms and 4 floors. And figuring out how to build everything. You see, I never built an apartment complex before, so I actually did it with all my talents. What do you think? It's not even finished yet, but it's this advanced. It is
I know
200
how
blocks
rentals and
long.
apartments/hotels takes and like clapping hands, clapping hands, clapping hands.
But I'll tell you how long. I mean, I built the foundations for this whole apartment complex in December of last year, and this is as it is as of April of April of 20 in April 2022. I did the last addition to it, but I will be finishing it later. Just some people were asking me to start all over mainly because they wanted to see us my survival server start from the beginning. And now the bridge I am most proud of is over here. Not that bridge. I'll tell you this, this is not made by me. This is made by a friend named Penn. He lives in Great Britain. And of
If
course,
you
I
don't
told him
mind me asking, what do you do for a living?
all right, you ask and I shall answer. I work I work in the haunted attraction industry. My dad's art company. I have been working with my father for years. I've been working in haunted attractions, amusement parks, entertainment centers, and laser tags, and mini golfs, bowling, you name it. And been going all over the world. My dad's been to Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Indonesia, and Saudi Arabia, and um, and I've been all over the United States except Maine and Alaska and Hawaii. I've never been to those states, but I've been to
That's
almost
very
every state.
interesting.
Yeah, and this is what I usually do when I have nothing to do. This stream. You notice how there are dead periods where there's no activity on my channel? That's because I'm actually in another state helping my dad set up, and also occasionally put a lot of time into painting stuff. My dad's an artist, and I've been recently been doing a lot of work making skulls with foam. It's dangerous stuff if you don't use it right. But just like in Minecraft, I'm a creator in real life as well. I make stuff. My dad makes stuff. Been and we've been in this business for 27 years. I've always loved creating stuff as a kid. I was always upset that I had less Legos to make that one addition to the side of the to the side. So so a game like Minecraft comes along, and I'm like, wow. Like a game that gives me the absolute freedom to build stuff is definitely a game in my book that I can appreciate. Alright, this bridge right here, we actually walked the length of it. This bridge took 4 months to build. I actually had the first prototype of this bridge in frame form in October of 2020. And I had this bridge completed. I mean, I had this bridge completed in April of 2021. It was completed, and what do you think? 4 months. I, it was also a question of do I have time? Do I have time to work on a 4 month bridge like this? This is 4 months of work. How are you doing, Dumpster Fire? Just welcome to the stream. I'm just showing a friend my old server. I
That's
mean,
insane.
it's 4 months. You want to know what kept me going? Just, just I wanted to see the bridge completed. Some people were saying it's too big. It's going to take too long. And one guy
Just
said
to
it's
clarify, I'm Miner, just changed my name.
all right. Hey, Miner. I'm just taking a moment to show some people. Like, this is 4 months of work. I remember some friends of mine telling
I
me
know
that I
it's
should just give
crazy.
up. Some people will tell me I should give up. That I should not work on this. It's too big. But I ignored the naysayers and I just worked on it. And when it was finished, I could proudly say, I did this. I proudly say, I did this. And you guys have no idea how long I waited for trees to grow. I actually had to expand the tree farms by 50% to get the wood for this. The tree farms and other
joined the game.
Miner Man, I'm going to actually leave the server in a few moments. To go back to work on my previous server. But I'm just saying, I put so much work into this that I'm actually absolutely proud.
Okay.
Alright. But I'll invite you to my other server, alright? But one moment. If you're still watching, like I said, I'm going to get back to work on this server at some point. Alright. I'm going to get back to work on this server at some point, but right now I'm just taking a break from it. Just to learn some new techniques on the newer server. Also, Miner, I fixed a problem with your sugarcane farm that you made. The sugarcane wasn't going into the hopper minecart like you wanted, so I actually fixed it. Alright. Alright, I'm leaving. I'm going to invite Miner Man to the Redseacraft 3.0. I got to get back to work on that. At some point, I am going to open the Redseacraft 2.0 server as a realm.
Oh, yeah, you should have added a wall in front of it.
Yeah. One sec. Yeah. I'll show you. Let me just restart my server and reinvite you to the server, buddy. Just keep watching on the stream. It really helps with the watch time. Thank you. Keep being perfect. All right. All right. Let me just find you. I gotta find my buddy. Where be Miner Man?
I planned on put glass but didn't have any.
Yeah, we need to actually you can actually inspect what I did to fix it. I originally intended to get some more hoppers in, but I realized I don't have the iron to do that. But I did fix it. I put a temporary dirt wall. If you can get me some more glass, that'd be great.
Minarman 448 joined the game.
And so far, I have not had a game crash in a while. Alright. Back to work. I have all of my servers. I even have servers from 2014 on my PS5. But for some reason, it won't let me play it. It won't activate. Even though I had it optimized for the PS4. I used to find Minecraft very boring because I was playing it on creative. And eventually I decided, no more. Now I got a problem. I need a friend to go to sleep. Miner. Alright, never mind. I need the lights. There's no... Alright. Back to work. Thank goodness I have some torches on me.
I don't remember where I put my bed.
I took your yellow bed over here, but there's a white bed on the other side. Do you want your yellow bed back? I only borrowed it because it was the one I noticed first.
Minimum 448 is
Oh
sleeping in the
yeah, good
bed.
idea.
To skip
We
the
gotta
game,
make it.
all players need to sleep in bed at the
And my computerized voice is very. Is telling me about it. Yeah, I know. He's going to sleep. I can read it myself. Thank you. Alright. I'm just saying, when I started work on these servers, sometimes I like building. I remember when people used to give me requests, please make a pirate ship, please make this, please make that. But the problem is, I'm not skilled enough to make stuff like of that detailed design yet. And it's better I don't try until I learn. Right now, I'm doing practical stuff. You build with a purpose. You build with a purpose, like, does it serve your goal of building in survival? That's what I always ask myself. If I build this canal, its number one purpose is to get to the mines to the south. Eventually, I'll have to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to actually make it so the entire server is dominated by canals. Which will make things interesting. I have never, if minecarts would go as fast as the original PlayStation 4 version, I mean, probably I'd actually have the entire server
What do you
dominated
plan
by
on doing for
minecarts.
either side of the canal?
I'm going to build another station on the other side, but of course I gotta call it a harbor instead of a station. The original plan was to build this as a tram line, like I usually do on the other servers. I mean, I had over 7,000 blocks of track in the previous server. 7,000 blocks of track, and I was able to get materials to where they were needed. But now that I realized, oh my goodness, we have chest boats. I'm able to move resources in chests like this. So I'm going to be able to ferry materials where I need to go, which is kind of cool. It made boats practical. It's making boats practical, so I'm able to use it. If it wasn't practical, I wouldn't be building it. It's basically you have to build it in a way, if it benefits your server, you can build it. If it doesn't, don't build it. Like, does it help you accomplish your goals of building your other projects? That's the most important thing.
I think that the new weird updates have made the game too complicated and kind of annoying. What are your thoughts on them?
I'm going to say that it's harder and hard. They actually changed the depth at which diamonds can be found. That's kind of annoying. They changed the depth. I was used to finding diamonds at a certain depth of 11 and under. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to give these updates a chance. Maybe the updates will improve with time. Maybe they'll actually change it a bit. So I'm going to give these updates a chance. That's just my opinion so far. But after 9 years of playing Minecraft, these changes are, I mean, the chest boat right here is a welcome addition. Is a welcome addition. I needed, right now, I used to find boats very useless, but now that we have chest boats, all of a sudden they're useful.
For me, the abundance of copper is annoying XD.
Yes, the abundance of copper is annoying. Until they actually make a practical use for copper, I consider the copper to be useless. Miner, what happened? Lose connection or something? Alright. I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna work on this until it's finished.
Id.
Alright, try again. Try to get back on the server. Right now, I'm actually happy to have somebody else on the server because I'm gonna have Miner Man do. You noticed in the past that Miner Man was usually on my streams on the original server. It's nice that I at least have one veteran from the previous servers on my stream. Like Miner and me go way back. I met him in 2017. Back when we were working together on my friend Special's world. I mean, you can say I learned a lot of my building techniques from my friend Special. I learned, but I managed to adapt and make it my own. Like me and Special Ops go way back, and I'm like this. He has his own way of building. I have my own way. We respect each other on that. He likes building create mode. I like building survival mode. That's the only thing we disagree on. Also, I learned this important thing. Instant gratification is the enemy of creativity. Delayed gratification is better. That's just my philosophy when it comes to building this big.
Is there any way that I could get on the server to help?
Maybe after I evaluate your skills. Just sometimes I've actually invited people.
Joined the game.
In the past, I've actually invited people on the server. They claimed they knew how to build, and all of a sudden, they lied to me, and all of a sudden, I had to babysit them. As in, I had to look over their shoulder. Had no choice because they didn't know how to build. And I was like, oh, man, you told me you knew how to build. Because sometimes I would love it if I had other people that worked just like me.
I get that. Some people are real jerks XD.
Yeah. Yeah, just nowadays you gotta be careful who you let on your server. Otherwise, they could ruin everything you worked for. And you wanna know, I've been called a jerk for actually defending my server. Even though this is what I said to one person. If it was your server, you'd do the same thing. For some reason, they think somehow because it's my server, they have every right to do what they want on my server. But I'm like this. If it was your server, you'd restrict me just as much as I restrict you. The reason why I don't have to look over Miner Man's shoulder as he's over there is because I know him. I trust him after 4 years.
One time I was building a university and it turned around and the entire place was on fire, and I was just like asterisk-.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons why. If I don't trust you, you're not getting privs. One guy even threatened to report me to Sony to get my account banned because I wouldn't give him privileges. What do you call that? Like, I wasn't afraid. I knew it was a bluff. But just the fact that somebody would actually try to threaten me with banning. You know how long I've had this PSN account? I've had this PSN account since 2011. I've done nothing offensive. I've done nothing. My account has been clean. I mean, whatever political affiliations I have, I keep it private when I play online. Like, I have my own opinions, but I keep those to myself because it's better than losing my PSN account. I've had the same account for years. And
Like my dad is the CEO of Sony.
Yeah, I've actually had that happen. People come on my server, they ask me to give them privs because somehow they're a snowflake. That is perfect, and if you give me privs, I'll make you something awesome. But of course, when they don't have any proof that they built stuff awesome, how am I supposed to trust them? Because
Minor 448.
there's this. I mean, I try my best to be nice. There's a limit to how much you can be nice. That understandable? I try to be nice. I've been nice. I give them the time of day. I talk to them. But when they're not even showing me their talent, something is up. I get very, what do you call it? Oh yeah, paranoid. That the one player I put the trust in is going to blow up the server. It's thanks to griefers that give some players a bad name. And I'm not saying that all players are griefers, but until they actually prove to me otherwise, I have to perceive everybody as a griefer. It's not because I don't trust people. It's just, for example, in GTA Online, in the early days of GTA Online, when I first started playing it, I actually approached players, but I would always get shot down, even though I was just trying to be friendly, hi. But then I would get shot down to the point where I would actually gun down players without hesitation if they got within a few feet of me. See, I was paranoid about being shot down, so I would shoot players before they had a chance to get close to me. So basically, my fear of being shot down made me just like those players in the early days. And so it's just like Minecraft as well. Perceive everyone as a griefer till you get to know them. Hopefully that's understandable. When I was a kid, I loved building stuff, and eventually I loved building stuff. I remember when I was a kid, we got blocks, but these weren't the Lego blocks. These were big blocks. But sadly, we only had a few like a few dozen blocks, so you could only build small things with it. Alright, I'm just wondering if I was talking too much. This is coming out great. It's just the first stage of building the roof for the tunnel system. I mean, for the water
Well,
channel.
it's something to listen to.
All right, I was just sometimes I feel like people leave
It's
because I talk too
entertaining.
much. I remember one person told me years ago that I was talking too much. I tried one stream where I didn't talk too much, just because I took his advice. I didn't talk at all during that stream, and it was my worst performing stream. And I was like, "This, okay, all right. I'm just gonna talk how I want to talk. I'm gonna be myself. I know I can be annoying sometimes, but but I at least try to keep stuff entertaining. It's not easy. And the early days of streaming, I was shy. I was I was freaked out. Like, what if these people are mean to me? Because I had actually seen examples of YouTubers doing streams where these people would just come out and just mock them on stream. And I'm like, but nowadays I can actually ignore the scumbags, so to speak. I mean, just these people, they just want to ruin your time. They just want to ruin your life. Like, they want you to be as miserable as they are. And, or sometimes they like to take their anger out on you for something that happened in their life. And mainly, I mean, like, oh, my boss didn't treat me right, so I'm going to go on this YouTuber's stream and actually mock him, insult him, and all that. And he can't do anything to me. He can't hit me back because he's on the other side of a screen. But I know what I'm doing nowadays. Just now, I'm not as shy about doing streams anymore. Now I'm concerned more about traffic. Do I get the traffic to justify me streaming for 3 hours? Because there were times when I almost gave up on this channel entirely, mainly because I was like, I'm not getting enough people to justify sitting here for 3 hours. But something would always drag me back. Like, for example, I'm like, I want to play Minecraft, but I want to share my experience with my audience. So I would come back. I'd come back and just do it, and to the point where I would go on other people's servers, and people I didn't even know would say, "Oh, it's Red Sea." Like, it was a rare occurrence. Like, I rarely go on other people's servers nowadays, but nowadays mainly because I tried doing that a couple months ago. I went on somebody's server. I was invited to their server. I went on their server. I was there for 15 seconds, and I was kicked for no reason. I have no idea why I was kicked. I sent the guy who invited me a message saying, "Why was I kicked?" And and he told me, "I don't know." My Yeah, let's just say I ignored his messages after that. Like, you don't kick somebody who has 9 years experience on Minecraft unless I intimidate you by how much I know about this game. It's just a lot of stuff. You go from here to there, ups and downs. I remember the days of Minecraft where there was only one type of material in Minecraft that was stone. There was no granite, there was no dolerite, there was no andesite. It was all stone. So, I mean, some people, I mean, and then the day I started to hate granite, andesite, and other materials because I was like, I need stone more than andesite and dolerite. I hope I'm saying that correct. But it was... I wasn't used to the concept of updates at the time when I was playing Minecraft for the first time. I didn't start playing Minecraft until 2013. I never played the PC version until a couple years ago. I still have it on my laptop, but I hate the controls. And somebody who was raised for a controller, so I wasn't used to it. And also the performance was terrible. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the updates over the years? What was the best update in your opinion? I'm involving you guys in the conversation, so feel free. What was your favorite update? Alright, I'll just start with my favorite updates. My favorite update was...
It is just cool to see all the new changed.
You wanna know, if they did not update this game and just kept it the same version as it was in 2009...
Minerman 448 is sleeping in a bed. To skip to dawn, all players need to sleep in bed at the same time.
Okay, let me just get to the bed. But, I mean, if they had kept the same update, the same game structure as 2009 before they had the Nether and all that, just it might sound shocking to most people that the original mode for Minecraft was for Minecraft was partial survival. There was no create mode, which is why I feel. Of course, there were no monsters to harass you in this pre Minecraft. So basically, when I play in peaceful mode like I am now, I'm actually playing the game the way it was originally released. There were no monsters, and you were limited by what resources you could find in the world. But back then, it was only grass and stone blocks. And it's shocking how much this game has evolved since 2009. Like, I watched a few videos. Like, I got into the game when it was 4 years old. 4 years old, and when I was a kid, and also I was new to YouTube at the time. I was new to YouTube at the time, and I kept hearing about this Minecraft game. I was like, what is it? What's this Minecraft? I've never heard of it. And I kept seeing the creeper, and I'm like, what's a creeper? And finally, in 2013, I noticed that you could actually download a trial version of Minecraft, so I downloaded it. And here's the main kicker with that trial version of Minecraft. You only had 60 minutes. I didn't have the money to buy it at the time. So I spent dozens of hours and I called it the 1 hour challenge. You had 1 hour to build what you wanted. Then the game would kick you back to the menu. So it was fun. Me and my mom would actually play the trial version. We had 60 minutes to build what we wanted. 60 minutes. And I built a great aqueduct underwater. I built a great aqueduct in a cave. It was fun.
That's weird. I never knew that.
Yeah. And it was, and then finally when I bought the game, I'm going to tell you, I did the dumbest thing. I did the dumbest thing you could possibly think when I first bought the game in 2013. I just bought it, played like 5 hours, and didn't touch it that much for the next 5 months. Because I thought it was just like my first impression with Demon Souls. I thought it was boring. Like, I thought the challenge was ridiculous, and I thought the game wouldn't go that far. I underestimated Minecraft when I first bought the game. And then finally, when I got the PS4 version of Minecraft with my PS4 console in 2015, um, I played Bloodborne was my most played game on the PS4. But when I discovered Minecraft, all of a sudden Minecraft was the game that actually started to outpace Bloodborne. So the first survival server I worked on Minecraft, the Sand Palace world, that was 6 months of my life. And at first I was like this, Minecraft survival, that's terrible. Why would you want to play a game where
Who is your
play?
favorite YouTuber slash Minecraft YouTuber?
I like the YouTubers that are more. There's Grain. Grien. Just sometimes I have trouble pronouncing his username. And then there's um, then there's other YouTubers. There's so many Minecraft YouTubers. It's hard to recall. But finally, in 2015, it started to click for me. It started to click that I could. Yeah. Oh, IAN. Thank you for the correction. But I was like, finally, with the Sand Palace, where I didn't see freedom when I saw it, because I remember playing Little Big Planet. And I loved it that you could actually make your own levels in Little Big Planet. But here was the main problem. If I made the level too complicated, the game would actually tell me, this is too complicated. You cannot make this you cannot make this anymore. So it was the game basically putting the hand on the shoulder like this and saying, you can't do it like that. But then when I discovered the freedom of Minecraft, I was like, I can do what I want. I can do what I want. There's no one grabbing my shoulder saying, you can't build that way. And then finally I was like, now this is what I'm talking about. The ultimate building game. Build whatever you want. No one telling you what to do. And that's when I started putting hundreds of hours into it. Then finally, in 2017, we finally had internet that I was able to play online for the first time. I remember I had my Sand Palace World online for the first time. I was working away on my server. Just mind my own business. Then the first Minecraft friends that I ever met came on the server for the first time. I still remember their usernames. One was Oblivion. Sadly, probably he's forgotten I exist. I haven't talked to him in years. But I still remember him. And then I don't recall the other username, but he was a good friend as well. And and since I had been working on my Sand Palace world for 5 months at that rate, they were able to look around and go like, oh my goodness. And then they sent me a message and they were like, did you build this? I went, yeah. What's the problem? I bet everybody's building like this. I thought everybody was building like this, just like me. But then I found out later that there were a lot of what you would call instant gratification players, where they would just want to build, but they would always abandon their builds part way if it didn't match their vision right away. So it was, and when they saw my builds, and I was building with no audience in mind, I was building for myself. They were on the floor. And for some reason, I was like this. Oh my goodness. They're all saying, wow, you're amazing. Even though I didn't know how amazing I could be at the time, I was like this. I'm still a novice when it comes to playing Minecraft. What's the problem? I still consider myself someone who is still learning Minecraft after all these years. Mainly because it just means that I am learning how to still build. I'm not going to be arrogant. I'm not going to say I know it all. I'm just going to say I am still teaching myself how to build. I'm just really hoping that this story gets through to you guys because I put a lot of time and effort into these servers, and I actually had to ignore a lot of naysayers in order to keep working at this. To the point where even my mom and dad would look at my builds and be like, uh, keep up the good work. See, it's good to have parents that were supportive of me when I first started doing this. What do you guys think of that? Just the fact that I actually had parents that were like, keep up the good work. You can do it. You can do it. Those are the type of, keep it up, keep it going, and they would just sit back and be like, oh my. And one person would look at my work and be like this.
Well, it's great to catch up with you. Unfortunately, I do have to go. I'll return to your streams in future.
Alright. But thank you very much, Miley. But thank you very much for being on. I'm gonna say this, that I'm gonna keep working that into the future. And nowadays I'm just I build mostly for fun. I don't like taking suggestions. I don't like taking requests because I just felt like it's not my build. It's their build that they commissioned to me to build for them. I never liked that. But all right. But I'm gonna say I love building. Miner, whenever you're ready, we can
Minerman
take our.
448 is sleeping in a bed to skip to dawn. All players need to
Yeah, yeah,
sleep in
yeah,
bed at the
yeah.
same time.
Computerized voice. There weren't. The monsters were a later addition in Minecraft. I mean, I always found Minecraft a very relaxing game if you just build it for the builders aspect of it. Like, sometimes I lose track of time when I'm in the middle of a build. Like, one time I actually was building in Minecraft. It was 10 a.m. when I started, and I lost track of time completely. And then when I looked at the clock again, it was 10 a.m. 10 p.m. I was like this. What? I worked for 12 hours without without looking at the clock. Let's just say I was like this. Wow, I achieved so much in 12 hours, but lost track of time. And it's just I achieve what you would call tunnel vision when I enter the bliss of working on something. And it just gets really. I mean, sometimes I don't like it when I'm interrupted while I'm working. But But I do understand. Some people are curious. Some people want to ask questions. Yep. Just gotta keep working on this until it's finished. I ignore the naysayers and keep working at it. Just the only way to progress is to ignore the appropriators and just let the creators create. I'm a creator. I don't like. Um, I like building in my own style, and so like Tim Burton with his movies, like he has his own distinct style. Um, like I have my own style. Everybody has. I mean, everybody likes building in their own style. It's when somebody who is not creative at all is telling you what to do. That's when the fun is sucked out of your building experience. I have to go get some more. I have to go get some more chiseled stone brick. I am out. I also need more stone brick as well. So I have to go back to base. That happens. At least I actually have this flooded and ready for traversal. And I'm very thankful that Mojang, thank you Mojang for adding chest boats. I would not be building this water canal if there were no chest boats. Miner, if you're still watching, can you tell me the quality of the stream on your end? Really, I'm blind to know what the quality of the stream looks like. Alright. Let's see what Miner did.
It's kinda low.
Oh wait, what's your resolution at? Because sometimes it's a matter of resolution.
ITT was at 144 pence.
Up it to 720 and see what happens. Because that's what the stream is going at, 720. I'm looking for stone brick. I need to start smelting more.
Okay, it's fine now.
See? Sometimes sometimes I'm like, oh, why is it so bad? It's because on my end, I'm actually seeing it at 144p. This is why I occasionally ask for people to tell me what the status is like on your end. That way, I can ensure quality is maintained. Because I'm usually very blind to what the audience can see while I see something on my other monitor right here. I'm going to say I'm just really happy, Miner, you're here. Yep, yep. I just gotta deposit some stuff I don't need. Gravel needs to be, of course, gravel's not going to be wasted. Eventually, I'm going to use gravel for important matters like making concrete. Eventually, I'm going to have to build a concrete factory. And this is my attempt on this server to use a lot of nether brick. It's a material I've been avoiding using. And at the same time finding netherrack. And, no, netherite. To save on cobblestone, I'm like this. Follow this principle. If you can't see it, don't place it. That way you can save materials. It allows me to use less materials and get the exact results I need. Did I accidentally drive people away with that? Thank you, Mojang, for the chest boats. But if you can see it, place it. Just it's a matter of this is a way to be cheap when you make your survival worlds. You don't have to put so much into the. I mean, look, people can see it, so I have to place it now, which allows me to. That way, I actually have the resources to just finish it. Eventually, I gotta mass produce more glass. A miner, do you think you can actually see if you can find a desert? If you do find a desert, give me the coordinates and I'll be able to eventually build a water channel to it.
You sure?
See, basically this entire server is going to be dominated by water canals eventually, so it's going to be fun to... Water is going to make things really good. Uh-huh. It's just a fun way of challenging yourself. I'm building in a different fashion and a different method of building. So I have to make it daylight. So the quality of the picture on the stream looks good at 720p. I'm just happy I can do 720p and that the internet can keep up at that range. the internet, my internet can handle 1080p. I can handle 1080p, but the problem is, I'm like, maybe it'd be wise to keep it at 720. There's always going to be some person who's what you would call a techno nerd, where they're like, I refuse to watch something if it's not 1080p or higher. Yep, if it's facing outdoors, that's when you put in facing outdoors, you put glass. If it's not facing outdoors, then you put a solid cobblestone and chiseled stone brick. And most of these designs come from my head as I'm building them. I don't even sketch it out. Just I don't give up no matter what. I did not abandon my previous server. It's just I'm taking a break from it. Eventually I will come back to it. We have all this working on. Have all of this just keep working. Eventually, it's going to look so great that people will say it was built. The fun part is when it's compared to some create. Some people looked at my builds and said, "It's built in creative, isn't it?" I'm like, "No." And I said, look at my streaming history. I have tons of videos of me working on it." Another reason why I started doing streams in the first place was to prove that all this was built in creative survival. Sometimes I mess up, I get tongue-tied, so I'll sometimes mess up and say a different word when I meant something else. It's not made in creative. It was I've always hated create mode. I just felt like it gave you too much freedom. Sometimes limitations are the best way to test your abilities. Just somebody has to call me when I'm trying to stream. Ugh. I'm out of cobblestone, so I gotta hollow all this out. At the same time, finding coal. I've been a bad boy, so thank you, Santa, for the coal. We have all this, just trying to... And when this is completed, I can say, I built this. How's the mining operation going, miner?
Dude.
Alright, very good, very good. What I need you to do is just get as much diamonds as you can, because in order to ensure we get our Fortune 3 and Silk Touch pickaxes, we need to actually make a lot of pickaxes, because you know there's a random chance you'll get your Fortune 3 or you'll get your this. There's no way to make it change, so you have to keep making making stuff with the same with different pickaxes till you get the result you want. Uh-huh. Details matter more. I mean, of course, quality matters as well. Quality. If there was no quality, I mean, on the server, I'd just quit it and just leave. There's always going to be somebody who says, who cares about quality? Let's go about quantity. Quality over quantity. Which is why my previous server, I might not have a lot of buildings on that server, but they're all great because I was going for quality over quantity. And trying to build too many buildings at once, I've seen some people do that, where they're actually building 20 different buildings at once. And the work becomes too much for them, and then they just give up right there. So basically the factory I was working on it at the base, I gotta take some time and actually build a factory I gotta build supply lines, basically. This is all supply lines. Because no iron means no factory. Diamonds means no mining. Uh, it's important that you actually have that. Well, we're doing well. Almost out of this tunnel. See, detailed tunnel. Make sure it's detailed. Make sure it looks nice. There's always going to be somebody who claims to instant gratification. If you can't build it in a day, you should just give up. Sometimes results never come too quickly. The best people. If you can see it, then I have to place it. Now we're on. Now this is going to be one of the bridges I have to build. This is going through a valley. And Miner, what did you think of my attempts to fix your machine for you?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was either that because I noticed it wasn't going into your hopper system, into the hopper system like you wanted. So I did what I could with what resources we had. It worked.
Yep.
It just problems. Problems arise. When you have limited resources, you gotta do what you can with very little. And the server's getting richer and richer every advancement this server undergoes. Just gotta keep going and get what I can. This is just details, details, details. The 3Ds for building everything in survival. Making sure you actually build everything with low resources. It's called rinse and repeat until it's finished. And it's good I actually waited patiently to build the bridge when I have the other details put in so I can actually build the bridge around it. It may not look good in its early phases, but this is just what I do. Like, how I build my stuff is not pretty. But when it's finished, it's finished.
Norman 448 is
I gotta run all the way to my bed because I left it over here. I'll go get it. And the more I do these streams, the more I'm able
respawn
to keep.
point set. You can only sleep at night. Respawn point set. You can only sleep at night.
Okay. 1 second, I'm just moving my bed to where I'm working.
Respawn point set. You can only sleep at night.
Alright, I moved the bed forward. What I'm doing is building a masterpiece. Everything I build has a very distinct purpose. I have to go back to base and make more stone brick. I'm almost out. Mm-hmm. I have to go get some. I have to go smelt some stone, cobblestone. First, I gotta just do this. At the same time, I'm actually fulfilling my requirements for
Super
getting more
cool.
cobblestone. Yep. And as you can see, I got all this. I am doing a good job so far. Just detailing the tunnel, the water canal that's already completed before I focus on everything else. So, Jonah, how are you doing? Sometimes when I don't know what to say, I ask how you're doing.
Banana.
Banana. I don't think Miner's seen this movie, but I'm going to ask him. Miner, are we an effective team? See, I just said a movie line. Can you guys guess what the movie is called?
Sorry, didn't hear you.
Alright, are we an effective team? It's a code phrase.
Am.
Yep. It's good. Just
Yay.
um Oblivion, Tom Cruise.
Mini boss. Grow ups.
Yep. Basically, if you say you're not an effective team, that means um, it's time to die. If you say you are an effective team, you are. That means you live. That's basically a code word for you are a waste of my time. But but don't worry, Miner. You're still we're an effective team. We need more cobblestone.
Fortnite.
Eh, really depends. Alright, I need cobblestone, so I got no choice but to just expand the tunnel over here. And so, Jonah, what do you think of the progress so far? Like, details, once the details are complete. Just the problem with taking out a tunnel is you might come into gravel pits. And who hates gravel? Come on, everybody. Who hates gravel? Gravel is always in the way. But but at least they gave gravel a purpose, you know, like you can use it to make concrete. Yeah, I need cobblestone, but at least I can actually expand the tunnel, which the water canal is needed. Water canal goes 1,000 blocks. This tunnel will be about 500 blocks long, and the reason why is that it's more efficient to burrow through the hill than to actually go up the hill. Just I can't control the cars going past the house. People go like 75 miles an hour down our road. It's a country road. Countryside. And there's just so much copper. Until I figure out a purpose, right now copper has no use. Hopefully they actually add new technologies to the game that can take full advantage of the copper. Like copper in real life is a conductor for electricity.
You should
It's
put
just
some background music in your streams.
I really can't do that without AKA copyright claims. I have to be very careful with what I have in the background. I'm really sorry about that. Just it's 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 be smart. My channel is so small I cannot dispute a copyright claim. So I gotta be very, very careful. I cannot put any music on the stream in the first place. I don't know how to do that. But I can do it in post, like in an editing bay on Share Factory. But I can't do it for a stream. I've always said this, that I would love it if YouTube would actually make a licensing service where you can actually license music. Like, if I was, let's say I was paying $50 a year to use any music or songs I wanted, I would do that. What do you think? Be able to use whatever song you want for $50 a year? Without fear of copyright claim? That would actually make me very happy. Because there's a lot of music I would love to use on my Minecraft streams without hesitation.
Miner Man is in the game.
Yep, of course he's in the game. Like, when he's on, it's all good. What he's doing while I'm doing this is he's actually mining, he's finding diamonds for me and all that. Like, he's mostly the miner. He's the miner, I'm the builder. Of course, when he's not on, I have to mine by myself, but it's good to have him on when he's available. Right now, I need cobblestone to make more stone brick. I cannot detail anymore until I get more. So, at least I can hollow this out. Hollow this out in advance for the tunnel, necessity. Necessity. Get cobblestone and hollow out the tunnel at the same time. See, like, as long as you're mining with a purpose, I think you can mine for hours without problems.
The reason why his name is Miner Man is because he's a miner.
Yep. Yep. When I first met him, I asked him why. I mean, when I first met Miner Man years ago, Miner Man 448. I mean, when I met him, he said, "I like mining over building." I actually had to rebuild his original building on the surface world of my previous server because it was just a wooden house with no detail. But I wanted to surprise him because it was like close to the 1 year anniversary of the server, so he wasn't on. But I worked on it, and I finally presented to him his new building that I built for him, and I actually. I think Miner was impressed, or was he? He's actually listening to what I'm saying in the stream, so I can get my answer from him. Just I want to make sure he was happy. Like, I was concerned over quality, it was a YouTube server, I had to make sure it looked good. And I had to explain that was Miner's. Yeah, just the fact that I built it with your specifications in mind. I rebuilt your entire mine shaft. I mean, your staircase along with that was rebuilt. I made it look nice so I could actually show people your place without having to explain why it did not match with the quality of the rest of the server.
I can just see you skin like plundering over what to build.
And just sometimes sometimes I can actually get what you would call builder's block. I don't know what to do. Don't worry, I am just placing. I'm using the chiseled nether brick because I have no idea what to use it for, so I'm just using it for the floor of that. Just as I figure out what to do, and just the building is. I mean, my building projects get so big that sometimes I get lost in what to build. I mean, when I get builder's block, I'm like, what do I build next? I built this great big thing. What do I do next? And then I would see it as something for necessity, and then I would be like, all right, I'm doing that. Oh, I need a shortcut to this area right here. Okay, minecart line is. I need cobblestone for stone brick, and what better way to get it by actually building the tunnel itself? Hollowing out the tunnel, which ensures I actually get the cobblestone I need. Right now, I cannot go any further until I cannot make this any higher in quality until all this is hollowed out. I actually did the measurement. It's 500 blocks long for this part of the tunnel. So this is just the start.
Sometimes it's what to build in Minecraft, so I just wait for something to pop into my brain.
Correct. That's what I do too. Sometimes I'm like this. I don't know what to build. So I actually will sometimes put the controller down for a few weeks, and then I come back on the server and I'm like, oh, now I know what to do. Just, it's okay. There's no shame in getting builder's block. No shame at all. Just the bigger you build something and the longer it takes to build, you become so focused on that build that when it's done, you don't know what to do next. And this is one of the reasons why I cannot get lost on my survival servers, because I built everywhere. I sort of memorized the building patterns. And as you can see here, this nether brick line is actually the roof for the foundation of the roof of the entire tunnel complex. So when this is finished and I get all the details in, I mean, I mean, we'll just think of how great this thing is. No imperfections in sight. I know perfection is impossible to gain, but it's a good standard to try to reach. Perfection is impossible, but trying to reach perfection is not impossible, but at least try to get close. And at the same time, I might find some iron while I'm expanding. Nothing's great when you're actually mining, looking for something else, then you find an abundance of materials you weren't looking for. As you gotta keep going, just keep expanding, and so far so good. Also, I'm doing the standing in one place and doing the 5 block method. That's to ensure that if there's lava pockets, I actually am safe from a safe distance. There might be lava pockets at this wide and about. Let me just get the measurement right. 1 and the details are, and I know you can actually swim on your stomach in this game. 15 glitches that became game game features. But the problem is you need air, unless we put conduits throughout the tunnel system. Hopefully, when they get the render distance up, I want hopper lines throughout the server. Imagine, Miner, 200 block long hopper lines going from one building to the other to transport materials back and forth.
In a bed to skip to dawn. All players need
I'm
to
running.
sleep in
I'm
bed
running.
at the same time.
Yep. Romans were able to save building materials while still adding strength by perfecting the concept known as the arch. Every building throughout history has been a fight against gravity. Gravity wants to pull it down. So an architect would actually try his best to build a building that could actually handle the weight. Yeah, I love studying ancient buildings. Yep, I need at least 40 stacks of cobblestone. Then return areas. So far, so good. The important part is ensuring that I can actually afford to finish this. I might not be able to finish it before I go on another business trip, but I at least am getting a good start. I'm just impressed that this water canal is actually coming along nicer than I thought. Miner, if you're near the base, could you do me a favor and make another boat with a chest in it? I might need a second one. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to. Like, I forgot. We actually have boats with chests in them. We don't need to have one or two boats. We can make multiple. I'm just being quiet for a moment so I can rest my mouth. More copper is found. Where is my iron? Give me the iron. Sometimes I go into these builds not knowing how to build it at all. That's the fun part, just figuring out how do I build this. I gotta make some extra pickaxes. As soon as this is finished, I can actually transport materials back and forth. Mm-hmm. The important part is getting as much done as possible before real life sets in. Going on the trip, which gives me enough time to recharge my building banks. Wait, let me just get an idea.
Respawn point set. You can only sleep at night. Minimum 448 is sleeping in a bed. To skip to dawn, all players.
Yep. Yeah, I have to actually fall back and actually empty my inventory. Have no room left. Like, I need more stone brick if I'm going to detail stuff out. Just remember, we got that lava farm there for a reason. That's funny. It looked like my boat had actually sunk, but then I realized it was just locked up, so I'm like this. Let's bail out the boat. Uh-huh. Alright, let's find my bucket should be in this. What happened to my ninth bucket? Somebody stole the ninth bucket. Alright. I'm kidding. I know who took the ninth bucket. Thanks to those cauldrons, I'm able to mass produce the lava I need. It's going to take a bit for the cobblestone to smelt. Might as well put some extra nether brick in the oven. Mm-hmm. This is just to make sure I actually have another brick to keep working away. Lava buckets to the rescue. Mm-hmm. we have. This is just to ensure we actually have. I can continue to keep building the entire water canal with no problems. Making as much another brick as I can because you can just run out right very quickly.
Minimum 448 is sleeping in a bed. To skip to dawn,
Give me a
all players
second.
need to sleep in bed at the same time.
I have a lot of netherrack, which I don't need to go into the nether right now, but at least it's there. Thanks to the lava farm over there, I'm able to get as much fuel as I need. It's not the best looking. I will redesign it later. When you don't have a lot of resources, you have no choice but to build it with what you got. Three, four. I don't have the resources to make my hopper systems. I usually make hopper systems, but if you don't have a lot of iron, you got no choice but to just build it the old-fashioned way. Get lots and lots of um, furnace is built. I get tongue-tied sometimes, so... Alright. May not look like much now, but I think in a few months this build is going to look amazing. Depending on how much lava I can get. Yep. After getting burned to a crisp 5 times. 5 times getting the lava I needed. I mean, another brick I needed. We... A lot of nether brick. The only weakness for the lava farm is you gotta wait patiently for more lava to be produced. Look at this. One time I waited 15 minutes for more lava to come, so I'm like, I'd rather just waste my time doing other stuff. So... Alright. Time to expand the canal a bit. Water. That way I can actually get resources to the front. Like, I'm at war with the land, so I need to actually build supply lines. May not look like much, but this is the best I can build right now with what I got.
Mini boss.
Yep. Mini boss. This is a boss in my opinion. This build. Yeah. All right. I think they actually made it where you can get water. All right. Right now I'm at 647. I'm going to figure out how far it stretches.
Zach, it's Tim Austin.
Hey, hey Tim, how's it going, buddy? How has it been? It's been a long time. This is my Minecraft world, what I've been working on. And right now I'm just working on it. Like I gotta head back to base anyway. So,
It's
so how
good
you
to see
doing?
you. What's new with you?
I'm just working on this Minecraft build. I have I mean I been working on my YouTube channel. I've been working with Dad on some job sites and just making some skulls and working real hard on getting this detailed out. I mean, this is just my newest server. I have another server I put 2 years and 3 months into. Just right now, I have another friend on. I have a friend on this server, so it's not easy. I mean, it's. I
Are
mean,
you
it's.
playing Minecraft 1.19?
No, this is the latest update with the wild update. But look, this is what I've been working on, just trying to get all the details in. I mean, I really don't look at the update files or the update whatever. I don't even pay attention to that. I'm just playing the game. And right now I'm just
Awesome,
work.
that is 1.19 I think. That's awesome.
Yeah, but look, I got the greenhouse built. Just don't have any plants
Forgot
yet.
my bed.
You forgot your bed, miner? Yeah, understandable. But it's fine. I can work in the dark. Yeah.
Hey, berries for days.
Yeah, at least it's berries. In real life, I can't stand berries. I can't stand them. but real life berries. Looks like Miner at least got to the point of planting some carrots. Thanks, Miner. Oh,
Me neither hyphen gross.
yeah, yeah. I I don't like berries. I don't like uh, I don't like berries, but I at least learned some new building techniques. This is my fourth. I mean,
Yeah.
this is my fourth survival server, and I learned that you can actually get lava through lava farms. And thanks, Miner, for doing something without me having to tell you. Thank you. Just and right now I've been working on this. This is going to be my factory. I build factories for building and survival. I build large scale. So as you can see, I got all this. This is going to be my factory, but right now
Yay.
it's a hollow shell right now, Tim. Until I actually get iron and other materials. I'm not used to this update at all. All of a sudden, I'm back in kindergarten again with this update. Like I have another server that I started in 2019. It's crazy. I mean, 2019, and a lot of the stuff that's in this server is not in the other server. Actually, it is. It's just you gotta find it, and you gotta go like 1,000 blocks in one direction in order to get what you want. You still there, Tim?
How are you liking the mining being way deeper? I find it really hard to play from the other versions.
Yeah, I know it gets a little hard, but just it's something to get used to. You know, keep the challenge up. That's a good thing. Just there's some things I don't like either. Like after being a veteran of Minecraft for 9 years, I'm like 2013 up to now. I'm like this game has evolved. Um, and I build mostly by myself nowadays. I'm like Miner right here that comes on the server. I mean, he comes on, he helps me
Doesn't
out every now and
happen.
then.
Well, it's good to see you doing well. I have to get back to work, but I wanted to say hey.
All right. Thank you for stopping by, Tim. Maybe we'll talk again later. Yeah, just I've been very busy.
That would be awesome.
All right. Awesome. Just I'll show you my older servers later, Tim, if you come back on when I stream again. All right. So my older servers, I just don't want to be rude to Miner because he's on this server. Uh, like like just changing servers back and forth when it's just me is easy. Um, Thanks to the stonecutter, I'm able to get more. All right, Miner's back at camp. All right, let's see what you got. Awesome, Miner, great job. 17 diamonds, very good, very good. I give credit when credit is due. Thanks, Miner. Yeah. All right, I'm just trying to find my. Oh yeah, crafting box is right here. Mm-hmm. Um. Thanks for giving me the time of day, Tim. All right. Good idea. I should empty the chest of stuff I don't need. All right. Okay. That should be it. Now I can get back to work. All right, I have my bed on me, Miner. If you need to make it daylight. If you want to make a few extra boats, that'd be awesome. A few extra boats with some chests in them. I'm just very diligent in how I do my streams. Sometimes I don't have time to do them. And Miner, that was my cousin. Tim Austin is my cousin. is I haven't spoken to him in like a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've known him. Like he is like like I've had a very weird relationship with my cousins for years. Like where I rarely see them, but when I do see them, it's a rare occurrence. They're good people. We just live in two separate worlds. Alright. Looks like my stream has to be cut short. Mainly because it says poor connection quality, broadcasting only mix mic audio. So I'm going to end the stream for today. Miners stay on the server and we'll be staying on for a little bit longer. But you guys all have a great day. God bless. I'm going to end the stream right here. See you guys later. Sometimes I have to do that.